Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to look at Pop Race slash XCARTOYS, which are, I guess, the same company that makes Diecast. I don't know what's the difference between why they put something in the XCARTOYS line without the Pop Race line, or whether they put it into Pop Race. I don't really know much about the brand at all, actually. I only have a couple of Pop Race in my collection, and they've been kind of hit or miss. So I'm curious how these are going to go. Essentially, I'm trying to think of where I got all these from. So some of them I got from my buddy Jay, and then a couple I got from AliExpress. I know I got these two from AliExpress. I know I got that one from Jay. I don't remember where I got that one from. And then this one I got from SC Diecast. So various places sell these things, but of course my homie is SC Diecast. So we'll open this one first. So this is the Porsche 992 Stinger GTR, and you will notice that it does not say Porsche on here anywhere. It just says 992 Stinger GTR. No Porsche. No licensing whatsoever. So, and that's the thing with Pop Race, is Pop Race does not seem to be concerned about licensing. Some of the cars I've found, I think, actually are licensed, and others are not. So again, if that is something, and I don't know, honestly, that any of these, this Skyline might be, that any of these are going to be licensed. I'm really not sure. But we will we'll look into each one individually. The box art is pretty decent, kind of standard, almost mini GT style box, where you got the clamshell inside, and then you've got, you can store the car very easily in the box, and then you've got this pretty decent looking box where you cannot, it doesn't have a window, so you can't see the car inside of it. But here is this Pop Race made in China. It is metal on metal, and it has rubber tires, and of course you're going to be curious. Yes, it rolls. And appears to be a very good quality. Now, a lot of people are becoming big fans of Pop Race. This thing also has the rubberized mirrors. So this is very much, excuse me, mini GT in construction. Like, scary close to what how a mini GT is constructed. I mean, very, very close. It's got the metal base, which is somewhat plain. It's screwed together. It's, does not have disc brakes in there, which is another thing Mini GT doesn't have. And it rolls really well, metal on metal. It's got the rubberized mirrors. I mean, it's interesting. It's hard to not wonder if this is produced at the same factory that produces Mini GT. It's very much alike in quality, which is good for Pop Race because, I really like Mini GT. This is a very interesting looking color. It's brown. It's got almost like a carbon fiber thing going on with it, but not quite. Or I guess that's what it's supposed to look like, is carbon fiber with like a brown weaved in, which is kind of an interesting thing. So it does look pretty cool. It does look pretty nice. I like the color. I think the car is pretty nice. So I'm not disappointed with it. I think it's good. The only thing that, you might not like is the fact that it's not licensed. So that could be an issue for you. Then I would stay away from Pop Race in general, to be honest, because I'm assuming a lot of their stuff is not licensed. I think it used to be in the beginning they were trying to license stuff, and then they kind of gave up because it was like hard to get licenses. All right, this next one is a GTR Nismo 400R, and kind of interesting that this wouldn't be licensed because Nissan in general tends to give out their licenses. A lot of diecast brands can get Nissan licenses, which this At least it seems that way. Yeah, I really don't know for a fact. This does not have any licensing info on it, and in fact does not say Nissan on it anywhere. Same style. We've got the box, of course, with the blister that holds the car. And here is the car itself. And it is very nice. Like, instantly pulling it out of the box, I'm like, that is really nice. This one does not. It kind of goes for a disc brake look, but there's no caliper. And that's because it's just flat back there. Again, this is a metal body, metal base vehicle. It almost looks like the hood opens on this one, and we will explore that. Yes, it does. So we have an opening hood feature on this model with some engine detail. Closes nice. Oh, the trunk opens as well, as if that's really necessary. But, you know, what are you going to find in the trunk? Nothing, of course. There's nothing in there. So what's the point of that opening? I really don't know. But it does open, and the gap looks pretty decent. The thing does roll very, very well. And the mirrors are like that rubberized kind of feel to them. And this, again, is feeling very Mini GT-ish, you know, minus the opening parts, because Mini GT doesn't typically do opening parts, just on their Kaido models. But very much kind of a similar feel and quality that you would see there. It's very nice. I mean, these are very nice. The other thing is, these are typically a little more expensive than Mini GT. I know we keep comparing them to Mini GT, but it just seems to me like that's the closest brand to compare them with. So these are like unlicensed Mini GT quality cars with possible opening features depending on the casting. I mean, they're quite nice. I can see why they're getting some fans, you know. So it's quite good. I really like that one. That's really, really nice. All right. I think, you know, this one's going to have opening parts, and I think that one does too. This XCARTOYS we'll save for last. That one's kind of the odd man out here. So this one I got from AliExpress. Came with the box is a little roughed up a little bit. We'll hope that the model is okay on the inside, but it is very, very rough, the box is, which is okay. That's the one thing that buyer beware. When you do order from a site like AliExpress, the packaging isn't always great, and you will, if you need to get like something in a mint box, I would maybe avoid ordering from there, even though it might be cheaper, because, you know, you will get a damaged box probably. This thing is, you know, it's quite damaged. I really don't care all that much, but, you know, you might. This one is a little bit unique in that it's got this holographic sticker on the box, which I guess indicates that it's a authentic Pop Race product, not an authentic Nissan product, because there is no licensing, unless it's in this writing that I obviously cannot read. There's no licensing on the model. Let's go ahead and pull the model out and take a peek at it. Again, it is a roller, quite a good roller here. And again, it has the opening hood. And I'm just realizing now that, you know, these are pretty close to the exact same tooling, or very close. They're not the exact same, but they're really close. Again, the rubber mirrors. This one feels like it's just going to fall right off. I mean, that is very, very, even though they're rubberized and stuff, that is extremely fragile. So I'm going to try not to touch that again. Oh, this one has a detail in the trunk, which is kind of interesting. I was not expecting that. It's got like an oil on it. That's kind of typical for Diecast to come out of the package with a little bit of oil on it. We've got some details on the wheels that look really good. Bridgestone, Potenza. We actually got a little bit of detail on the base of this. Again, though, it feels like a Mini GT. except for the opening parts. So, I mean, it's a really nice model, and it's hard to find anything wrong with it because it is very well done and it's very good. It's not licensed. So if you really care about that, then, and this isn't like a non-licensed Alphabet brand like we find in China all the time. This is a brand that is carried by, I think, a lot of hobby dealers here in the U.S. and stuff like that. They carry Pop Race and they sell them. So they do market to the U.S. really, and they're not, a lot of their models are just not licensed. So it's a little bit different than, these fly-by-night Chinese brands that we're used to them not being licensed, because they come and put out a couple models and then they disappear or they resurface under a different name, all of that stuff. But it's kind of interesting. The diecast business. That's a really nice model. All three of these actually are very, very nice. There's nothing I can really, like I said, complain about them. This next one is a Hakosuka Skyline GTR V8 Drift. This casting came out a while ago, and I had meant to try to pick it up, and I just never did. So I got this version here today, and this is in a, like, dark chrome. I cannot believe this thing rolls as good as it does, because it is stanced. I mean, like, the thing, there's very little space. This thing is very heavy, very detailed, very chrome, which I almost didn't want this one because of the chrome. It just gets so fingerprinted and stuff. This one has an opening hood. It opens the reverse way, right? Yeah. Whoa, check that out. There's a V8 in there. Nice and detailed, and of course it's got a hole in the hood for those flute thingies or whatever they call them. I'm not super knowledgeable when it comes to this stuff. Now I can't get the dang thing shut right. I know it will shut back down because it was shut appropriately. Yeah, I'll have to play with that. And then we have an opening boot with some stuff back there as well. Look at that, like a radiator back there with vents. So this V8 is really shoved in here. And then we've got these massive wide fenders, which are crazy. Very interesting model. The wheels look really good. I mean, this has got Kaido House vibes. It's not a Kaido House, obviously, but it's got that vibe to it. And, not designed by Junimai, of course, all that stuff, but it's got that mini GT kind of Kaido feel to it. I just want to get this hood closed proper, which I will play with off camera. I opened it up, and of course now it is not sitting down tight, and I think that's because this has to, like, go in and then get, like, shoved in like that, maybe something like that. I'll get it. That's pretty close. All right. Very, very nice, though. Very nice indeed. Again, there's a ton of detail in this model, and it's quite nice. I mean, it really is. I'd like to get this in a different color. I don't know if this chrome color is really the one I would want necessarily, but I decided, it was time. Let's get one of those and let's do it. All right. Lastly, we've got this. This is an outlier here. This is XCARTOYS. This is not branded as Pop Race. It is branded as XCARTOYS, which I believe is the same. It is the same company. I mean, these say XCARTOYS. Well, this one doesn't. So this Pop Race does not say XCARTOYS on it. This one does. It's kind of weird. This one doesn't. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this brand. It's a weird brand. And then go ahead and open this up. XCARTOYS. By the way, this is a Xpeng X9, I think is how you would pronounce that. Xpeng. I have no idea. This is actually a Chinese brand of car, I believe, or van rather. And it's a minivan, so that's why I decided to grab it. It's kind of got a Hyundai look to it. Let's go ahead and open it up and check this out. It's big. It's a big one. All right, so I believe... Oh, no, that is metal. I thought the Xcar toy brand ones were going to be like a little bit cheaper version than the Pop Race. And in a way, maybe they are. I don't know. This doesn't have, I don't believe, any opening features. Very interesting looking front end. This, I don't know if this is an EV or what. It probably is. 3-row seats. Appears to have a lot of room in there. It rolls really good. It's on soft rubber tires. It's got metal. And I don't know why. I'm not sure. Well, I guess Pop Race. I mean, racing really doesn't make any sense for this minivan. Maybe that's why they decided to do a different brand for more like basic looking cars. But they're pretty good. So I don't know what to think about this brand. I really don't. I mean, the price is... They're constructed like mini GTs. Let's just put it this way. They're constructed like mini GTs with the exception of some opening parts on some models. Now, the opening parts, not something that I really care about. I don't really need it to have an opening hood or an opening trunk. Is it kind of cool? Yeah. If they can pull it off, it's cool. And in most cases, it seems this brand has been able to pull it off. This hood piece on this, though, I don't know. I mean, it's shut, but it still wants to, like, pop open, and it needs to be, like, kind of shoved forward, it feels like. And I feel like if I mess with it too much, I'm going to break something, so that's a little bit scary. But this model doesn't have any opening pieces, and I quite like it. So does... Oh, look at that. This one's got suspension. Ooh, are we missing that? Nope, none of the other ones do. I mean, that one wouldn't even have room for it. This one's actually got suspension. Weird. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I will be probably getting more of this brand. So what I was trying to say before, though, is they're mini GT-ish quality. Okay, we'll call it that. We'll say it's mini GT sort of quality. Now, there are some features, like I said, like the opening parts, maybe some suspension, you know, some other stuff. This model's very close to what you get with a mini GT. However, they are slightly more expensive, at least for me to get them. So that may not be the case for some other folks, but for me, they're a little bit more expensive. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. You got a Pop Race in your collection? I know they're kind of newer, up-and-coming kind of brand, and people have really enjoyed them in spite of the licensing. And I don't think a lot of people, genuinely, I don't think a lot of people care about licensing. I mean, obviously there's some people that do, but I don't think that, you know, a ton of people really care about licensing, you know. So it is what it is. You know, I'm kind of on the fence about it, which is whatever. I still buy a ton of unlicensed stuff, so I really can't say that I'm not okay with it because, you know, obviously I buy the stuff, so. But, you know, I can use the excuse I'm really just buying it to show you guys, you know. Yeah, that's not really the case. All right. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about XCARTOYS / Pop Race down in the comments below. Do you got a collection of these? Do you think they're cool? Do you think I should get some more? Do you think I should show some more on the channel? I'm kind of digging them. Kind of digging them. Guess who's gonna go on AliExpress and look for some more today? Probably me. Okay. All right. Thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and we will see you in the next video. By the way, this will be in the premium premium/import diecast playlist if you want to see more cool content with very detailed cars and some really nice stuff in there. So check it out. All right. Thank you guys very much again. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.